What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and our college football, our midseason college football predictions continue with the Florida State Seminoles. You can see right here, these were our original predictions before the season started. Obviously, didn't know DeAndre Francois was going to go down in that first game and be out for the season. And I think if he had stayed there, I still think they would have lost to Alabama. But I think the rest of this would probably play out just like I predicted. But unfortunately, things happen, injuries happen, it's football. So we can cross out some games here. They didn't beat Alabama, they didn't beat Miami, they didn't beat NC State. They were pretty close in all those games, but at the end of the day, they could not win them. So you look ahead now at the second half of the season, and obviously they didn't play Louisiana Monroe. That's why that one is still not colored in. So they get Louisville this weekend. That's going to be a tough task for that defense, but I think the defense is playing well enough. Louisville's defense is terrible, so I think Florida State will be able to score some points in this game, and it's going to be another difficult loss there for Louisville. And revenge is going to be on the mind of Florida State after last year's beatdown. So I think they go out there and find a way to win that game. It's going to be tough. But I think they find a way to get it done. Here's Boston College next, a team that just upset Louisville. They've kind of been up and down this year. If you've watched other videos, I do have them pulling off an upset against NC State. But I don't think it's going to be Florida State. I think Florida State just too talented, too many athletes on the field. And I think they get the win on the road at Boston College. Another tough game, Syracuse. We just saw them beat Clemson. The good thing for Florida State in this game is they get them at home. Syracuse is going to put up some points on that defense. They have a very good offense. But at the end of the day, I think Florida State finds a way to get it done at home. It's going to be tough. Really, I mean, they're going to have to fight and scratch and claw for every win the rest of the season. Some of these teams you think are going to be easy wins. That's not the case. They're going to have if you're a Florida State fan, get ready for a lot of close finishes and exciting football, because I think that's what you're going to get in pretty much every game the rest of the season. Clemson coming up next on the road. That's going to be tough. I don't think they're able to get that one done. So we're going to stick with our original prediction. Originally had them losing that game, and I still think that's the case. It's just so hard to win in Death Valley, especially if Kelly Bryant is back and healthy. I think Clemson wins that one pretty easily. If he is still out and there's still questions on that Clemson defense, maybe Florida State hangs around in this game. But I still, even without Kelly Bryant, don't think that they're able to get the job done and get the win. And this last game is a toss-up for me. It was a tough one to decide on. Florida, I think, both teams are going to have very disappointing seasons. They're going to be desperate for a win. It's a rivalry game. It's going to be physical. There'll probably be a fight breakout before the game. It'll be typical Florida State, Florida. And because it's at home, this is another one of those games that's so close for me that I'm just going to go with the home team, and that's why I'm going to pick Florida to win this game. So they get on a good stretch there in the middle of the season, but then they close it out with a couple of losses in two out of their last 3 games. So a disappointing finish to the season for Florida State as they lose that game to Florida. And that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses for them. I don't think anybody really saw that coming before the season started. But again, it's the injury of DeAndre Francois, I think, that makes the difference for this team. So originally we had them at 11-1, 7-1 in the conference. Obviously, you can cross those out because it's totally different now. And we're now going with 7-5 overall. Really 6-5 because they didn't play the one game. But I like to just show what the schedule would have been if they played that game. I hate to make it look like they only won 6 games just because they didn't play a game. So conference 5-3. Tough season for Florida State. I think with DeAndre Francois healthy next year, Cam Akers coming back for his sophomore season, this is going to be a dangerous team. I mean, a dangerous team. They'll have Clemson at home next year. So I think, it's a rough season, but Seminole fans, just ride it out. It'll be okay. Next year could really be a special year for this team. And, I think, looking ahead, again, healthy DeAndre Francois, Cam Akers is already really, really good as a freshman. So how good is he going to be as a sophomore? It could be a special year next year. But this year, 7-5 or 6-5. What do you think? Leave a comment down below with what you think Florida State's record will be at the end of the season. Thanks for watching this video. Our ACC predictions continue the rest of the day. So watch for those videos and stay tuned for more here on the SG1 Sports YouTube channel.